this song in my head that I have not heard in so... Oh, somebody was playing it outside. That's why. I think it's Kanye West and Jay-Z. I don't know, but it's in my head. But whimsical has. Does that reflect the energy well today? Actually, I'm kind of just like in white. Oh. Hey, that's weird. Whoa. I don't really mind that color. Sometimes I have to do this. I'm so... Bother me. Like that. There we go. It's just a matter of finding the right. Please feel free to fast forward if you're watching this after the live, because I have to christen the readings still and clear all of the energy. Can you see him? Yeah, that's my snake right there. You can see you on camera. He has been, honestly, pretty much out with me all day. He was just in my sweater hanging out with me while I was making a coffee. And now he might go to bed. Oh my God, he's been up all day wanting to be hanging out with me. And like, usually, like, I love it. Obviously, I love my snake, but he has had so much energy today. Like, he's not normally out. Like you can see his little orange, there's his body. He's huge now. That's a 40-gallon tank right there. Like, he's the length of it plus. So he's pretty big. But you can see his little feet running around because he's not going to sleep. That's for sure. I just had him out again. He took a giant shit this morning. Holy moly. I tell you, how much energy do your kids need? They have so much energy. It's so much energy today. I feel like he's my child right now. Okay. We're going to start the readings. You know, these are general readings, right? What up, whoever that is, new people. So it may or may not resonate, okay? They're not personal readings, and I make sure people know that because You know, some people, they want to say that I tell fibs or that I do things, and no, 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 no. I do not. If there's one thing I don't do, it's lie. I don't even know how to lie anymore. I'm so bad at it. Oh, okay. Something's coming in hard. Oh, should we roll the dice? Okay, Uranus energy, 4th house, Aquarius. That's double Aquarius. Because Uranus is Aquarius energy as well. Sun change, epiphany, shock. Okay, I was getting this epiphany today. All right, so it's funny that I said epiphany. It's fucking not even written here. How did I just see that word? I think I saw the word epiphany in the word unexpected. Okay, so, and like Uranus would be kind of epiphany moments. With this home life, 4th house, roots, the past, sudden change from the past. Aquarius. Sudden change from the past with Aquarius. Sudden connection from the past. Maybe something's going to come back from the past. A relationship. They wanted me to use these cards, which is the sacred relationship card, the potted. Okay, the pocketed love oracle. Mind my dyslexia. It loves to come out. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to say what's coming back from the past. What's this 4th house? Roots. 4th house. Cut the cord. Boundaries. Okay. Give me Uranus. 2 cards for each. That's 3 cards. Learn more about each other. Release desire to control and karmic relationship. We're going to have almost all the cards out here. Okay, and give me this Aquarius energy. What is the right card? I can say, okay, this one wants to come out. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so basically the gist of what I'm getting from the Aquarius energy with some type of connection is to release control. Something about having to control something is a huge red flag. So this is going to have to be something you don't orchestrate or control in any way, okay? To cut the cord with boundaries, I feel like it's possible that there is somebody that you've blocked, or this could be like a restraining order. You could have blocked their number, could have told them to leave. That has to stop. This is about somebody that you put boundaries up with, that you have to reverse those boundaries now, because it's time for healing. Or it's time for reconciliation. Healing's been done. That's why the boundaries got put up. So then the healing can be done from the past. Now with this Uranus energy, that means that somebody's had an epiphany, okay, about whatever happened, these boundaries, whatever happened, okay? And now they're trying to get more information out of you about something, because this is some type of karmic relationship that's coming in. But like, there's some red flags. I don't know who this person is, but I almost feel like if this is somebody new coming in, like somebody new from the past, I feel like There's red flags. Okay. So basically, if this is somebody that you know from the past that has like an anger issue, or somebody who has like temper, something with their temper, whatever brings out the red flags, it could also be like something, I don't know, they could tell you the truth and like you get angry at them for telling you the truth or something like that, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that they have the red flags, but there's red flags here. Desire to release control. I feel like if this person you tried to control in the past, this is not somebody you can contain. Which is almost like it has to be free will to cut this cord and release the boundaries, because you can't put your boundaries up thinking that you can control them with your boundaries, because you're not going to be able to. It's not like they're going to push your boundaries or anything, but it's like when you're in a relationship, like, I mean, you got your standard boundaries, as in, you know, criminal code of law, thou shalt not kill somebody. But like, how many boundaries do you have to have up in a relationship? Like, I mean, other than your self-respect and your self-worth, I don't know a whole lot of boundaries that should be in relationships. That's why you have relationships, right? You respect each other. That just means, I would say, you know, you respect each other. Putting up boundaries means you respect somebody. You respect their, just because you live with them doesn't mean that, you know, you can be in the bathroom with them all day. Like, respect their privacy, respect their boundaries, maybe that's what it is. Respect their boundaries in a sense of like, respect their time. Okay, so this is like learning how to live with somebody, and it says learn more about each other. So I feel like you have somebody coming in your life. It's a karmic relationship to teach you something. Like, the two of you come together to teach each other things. I mean, the way that my sister and I ended up living together in our later years was so weird that I do feel like it was a really good relationship, or it was a really good, hey, what up, Monique? It was a good opportunity for us to learn more about ourselves by living together, because we trust each other and we respect each other. We've learned a lot about ourselves because of the other, right? So you get in these relationships that help you grow, because you can't really grow in an awkward position if you don't trust the person that you're growing with, because there's going to be a lot of change, and like that those people are going to see that change, or that person's going to see that change, and like you have to trust their opinion on as you merge, you know, as you like form and evolve. So like, I think if two people left each other from the past, then they're coming back together as very different people that have boundaries, okay, that have cut the karmic cord with their codependencies and stuff based on the past, and things that they might not understand as well, right? They don't let situations control them anymore. It's like, the less insight they have, then the more ability the situation has to control them. Therefore, cut the cord until the information is there. It's almost like these people have learned detachment and almost skepticism due to how fucking fraud people are and how fake people are, to just trust somebody and to just trust that whatever it is that they're selling or that they're giving is 100% authentic, is like, you're gonna like, that's going to be a harsh reality once you realize how full of shit people are. So clearly you guys are not like full of shit. I mean, it seems like pretty good energy. Okay, so is there anything else? Any advice or like the mask coming off? This came out in a reading today with this fucking card, which is super weird. I don't remember which one it was. I only did 2 this morning, so it's either on this channel or it's on the 13th moon that was released today. I don't know which one. Of removing the mask, lies. So somebody has been wearing a mask with you and struggling to face you. Okay, like I don't know if they think you're going to reject them or if you're going to call them a scam or a fraud, call them shady. I don't know. Because they've lied to you, Ace of Swords. Is that seriously the Ace of Swords? No, that's the 7 of Swords. That's the 7 of Swords. Okay. It's almost like because something they did in the past fucked with you, they can't say for sure that like this is going to be something that they get. Like that's why the whole control aspect of it can't be there, because not only is this person like super skeptic of you to begin with, but at the same time there's like a bunch of things going on in their head of like what they think you're going to do to them or what they think you're going to say to them or how they think that you're going to control them in some way or something like that. Like clearly this person has issues with people controlling them in the past. Possibly with restraining orders, possibly not really understanding who they are. Nobody really wants to take the time to understand who this person is, right? Because that's the thing. If this person has triggers, it kind of seems like maybe that's what the red flags are. It seems like people are trying to control those triggers, and you can't control somebody else's triggers. What triggers them is what triggers them. To think that you can control it is part of their PTSD that they're living with every day that they can't get over because people think that they can control them. Okay, like control yourself. You know, when people have active triggers and you know about it, but yet you push them and you make them do it, knowing that, well, you know your triggers, so you're supposed to let us know, or you're supposed to like, no, like, you know, like you got to work with people. And I feel like sometimes, you know, people don't work with people. They don't want to find anything out. They just want to put these boundaries up and control right away. It's not really healthy. So there's deceit here for sure. Like whether this person is being deceived by people. Who is this? Oh, the King of Cups. Being realistic yet hopeful. So, what's that? Fantasy. Choosing between potential partners. Needing to make a choice. Who is this? Oh, the 7 of Cups. Okay, so, I mean, I definitely feel like there's some hesitation around somebody and possibly their ability to, I don't know, cut away these red flags or open somebody up to understanding them and their red flags. I don't know. It seems like this King of Cups has to make a decision on whether or not they want to remove this mask. Because that's what it's about. It's you don't know somebody's true feelings about a situation. Maybe they're secretly watching you or learning about you or some shit like that. You have no idea. And I don't know, they have these control issues and red flags, but they're still, you know, that's usually what karmic relationships are. You know, like they're to reveal the red flags. They're there to reveal where the boundaries are, where there needs to be cord cutting, where there's, you know, things that need to be fixed. Those are karmic relationships. So I don't know, Karmic, you got somebody like confused. Okay, there's that Eight of Pentacles again. So I think this person is trying really hard to somehow develop their skills or learn about you, or I don't know, learn about themselves more, so then these red flags aren't an issue anymore. And, you know, I had this ex-boyfriend who has, you know, some anger issues. And we were broken up, and I can hear his friend right now because I was talking to his friend years later about him. And he was telling me about, because I was like, well, how's he doing? How's the relationship? How's everything going? He's like, well, it's not good. You know, he got in trouble again. I was like, what do you mean he got in trouble? And he's like, well, you know, he doesn't know. He can't learn when to walk away. And I'm like, yeah, he's definitely got a problem with walking away. He has to stand his ground and pump his chest and prove that he's the man, you know, and it's, maybe that's the red flag. Maybe somebody doesn't know when to back down. Maybe somebody doesn't know that they're fighting a woman. Maybe somebody doesn't know that, you know, their main source of power is on the inside, and having to exert it so much on the outside is like, is somebody's sick joke. Like, I mean, he's clearly, a lot of the times you can tell, being controlled by something that wants to exert power over women, when there is, like, if a woman wants that crazy fucking letter, I mean, nowadays, oh, this is collective. Nowadays, like, I mean, you can call the cops on crazy bitches, right? Like, they don't have the right to just beat up a man or punch a man in the face because they're a woman. If they're erratic, they're erratic. Like, if they're abusive, right? So, but some men, you know, because they can fucking smack a bitch out, they do, after she's been going crazy, right? So maybe somebody's learned to walk away and be the bigger person and not allow themselves to get wrapped up in situations with people who, you know, are fucking with you. What up, Wolfgang? Right? Because that's the thing. When you know, like, if you're psychically in tuned and like you have telepathy and you know, then you know when people are fucking with you. And but the sad thing is that they're not going to tell you that they're fucking with you. They're going to be like, nope, you're crazy, you're erratic, look at you. And you're like, right, but how can you prove that someone's fucking with you? That's why it's kind of like, as you get older, you have less and less people around you because you just don't even want to. I said, that was a reading the other day of keeping the wolf hidden. You don't even want to let that wolf go anymore, because it's like, honestly, the amount of people who call the cops, the amount of people who are then going to say that you're crazy because you stood up for yourself or you showed the least little bit of aggression. So clearly you need to be arrested, or there needs to be a restraining order here because you raised your voice at me. And it's like, oh my God, while you're sitting there poking the fucking bear. Because that's the thing. Again, just because it's a woman does not mean that she's allowed to sit there and poke at you and pick at you and wait till you explode. I'm sorry, but that's called aggravated assault. And I learned that. And actually, with that same boyfriend, we had broken up, and you know, when you're, you know, rage case, your hormones are going and your friends are talking and there's beer involved, and, you know, we got into a fight, and like, all I wanted him to do was leave. I just wanted him out of the house. I didn't want to see him. He broke up with me. He humiliated me, and he didn't leave. And we got into this exploding fight. But you know what I did? It's I aggravated him by telling him to leave, by trying to push him out the door, by, you know, not allowing him in. I was aggravating him when he just wanted to go to bed. But at the same time, you have to realize sometimes when somebody is trying to get at you, and when somebody is, you know, fucking with you, like just straight up fucking with you, because sometimes you don't really know when you're doing it. Other times it's aggravated. You know that you're pushing somebody's buttons. And that's why, you know, I had to learn what a lot of like different terminologies were for, you know, crying wolf, being a fucking prick. Okay. Like, you can't just, accuse people of things and pick at people and set traps and try to set people up. Like, I mean, that's child's play. If that's what you want to do, then like just become a cop, you know what I mean? But like as a citizen, just be a fucking citizen and learn as best you could. Don't try to play cop. Don't try to play, well, I'm gonna bust this guy, or I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna show everybody who this real person is while they're, you know, recording them, aggravating them, poking the bear, yet recording them. Going, ha, I've got you on video. Fuck you. You know, like, because that's what people are doing now too. So you're going to poke the bear and then you're going to hit record. But you're not going to hit record while you're fucking trying to fuck with me. No. You're going to hit record after you've done your business and now you want to put the blame on me, right? So it's like, you know, some people, they might be learning what their red flags are. And I think a lot of what red flags are with people is other people fucking with them. It's not even like it's in you. It's you just don't want to be fucked with somebody. That's the thing, right? And then that's like a lot of fucking PTSD, that shit that happened to you when you were a kid, that's being fucked with and nobody, you know, explained anything to you. So you fuck people over as you get older. And like, you know, it's just like, it's vicious cycle after vicious cycle. That's why I always say, like, try to heal yourself, try to understand yourself. And at least when you're dealing with somebody who might have, you know, some temperament issues, then you might want to look that up. You might want to, like, you know, at least try to help the situation instead of making it worse, because then that's, you know, also what they'll say, well, this person's got a rage problem or this person's got anger issues. And it's like, well, yeah, you know that, and you're going to throw it in their face now. So it's also like, I don't know. It's so catch-22 of like, should you be honest with people and tell them really who you are, or should you hide everything so then they don't use it against you? Like, I don't fucking know. Like, I feel like some people, you know, like, you need to learn that your power's inside, and people who fuck with it are just trying to get you in trouble. Like, I mean, that's really what it is. Like, but sometimes they don't notice how much trouble they're going to get you in, and what it's really going to do to you. And other people know that they're going to fuck with you and they don't care. So, I mean, fuck it. He is still not asleep yet. Oh my God. I think my snake accidentally drank some Red Bulls. Oh, I put my hair up because he was in my hair. It was still wet. Okay, everybody, thank you for liking the video. This is going to be a small live, I feel, because I decided to go during the day because I don't really want to be here tonight. So we're going to do this live right now. Pull in the energy that I'm going to take the rest of the fucking day off. All right, here we go. Next reading. What up, Danny? Wolfgang's here. Wow, this is weird. I don't know if we've ever had the witch and the warlock show up together in how many cards is that? 160 card deck, I think. Torture, loser. Uh-oh. I feel like one of these energies has been tortured, or maybe they're being tortured right now. Somebody's in for change, though. I think with this cold energy, look at that connection. So there is some type of weird connection between two very, very magical people. Okay, and I believe that this connection is going to be fulfilled via the winter months. Okay, what's this time for change? Time for change, loser. So maybe this person is feeling like a loser, like they suck ass at life. I don't know. It's really sad to say that, but look, there's the alert card. Then we have caution, slow down, be careful, and then the hangman. So hangman in reverse, where I feel like possibly this warlock energy that feels tortured by you in some way is going to reach out to you. So it looks like you're getting communication from somebody that no longer wants to be in this hangman energy. I don't quite know what they're doing there. I don't know if they're just watching you. I don't know if they're in the waiting room. I don't know if they're in the friend zone. But somebody is done waiting for you, or waiting for this person, or just somebody's just done waiting. That's how I feel. Done feeling like a loser, done feeling like they lost everything. I don't know. That's some time for change. The garbage in reverse. Whoa. It's like they put you in the garbage and now they regret that. Oof. Okay. So obviously this person, whoever it is that you're dealing with that I'm bringing up right now, has had some very unhealthy attachments, okay, which has made their thinking very blurry, very chaotic, very foggy, very stormy, maybe possibly when it comes to you, okay, but now it kind of seems like whatever phase they were in that was very overpowering, is now subsiding because they're getting into some good health now. Eating better, feeling better, thinking better, sleeping better, okay? And with this invitation and panic both together, I feel like this person that you're dealing with had to go through some type of very bad period of anxiety, obsessing, worrying over something constantly. That could be the storm that's like been brewing inside of their head or something like that, or brewing in their life. I feel like the storm is subsiding and this connection can finally take place again. Something like that. With Marlo in reverse, that makes me feel like something's coming back from the dead. Because Marlo's dead. But in reverse, I mean, because he's still communicating, but in reverse, I feel like, is he coming back from the dead? Is he reincarnating? Peace pipe in reverse. So, I don't know. Somebody could be coming back that you treated like shit, or like treated you like shit or something like that. And it was a really bad period with them, but it seems to be moving on now. Someone's done some work on themselves and they're no longer choosing not to see things, you know, like they're looking at things even if it's really easy to not look at it, right? The whole point of the Cancer card is, you know, cancer grows inside of you and it can metastasize in you so quickly that if you're not looking for it, or if you're not trying to understand what's going on with you, that'll take you over really quick and you'll be dead, right? Which is obviously the devil energy. If you don't watch what you're doing, you could die really quick from something because it can take you over if you don't pay attention, right? So with this connection, I feel like, I don't know, there could be somebody coming back that possibly like killed somebody that you know, or I don't know, somebody, I don't know, this person could have been in jail. Something like that. I don't know. They've had a very anxiety-ridden period of not being around you. So I feel like this is like a heavy sentence, okay, which could be the hand, like heavy jail sentence. Whether or not they were physically in jail or not, this is imprisonment. The truth cuts deep. I'd say that's for real. All right, that's the truth. Yeah, wow. So now we just got the moon energy with God. And that to me is like, okay, so there's some unforeseeable things coming in the future. And this organized destruction, whatever happened, whatever this devil did, whatever forced this person away from you so then you could both evolve and change, like whoever threw you in the garbage or treated you like shit, it happened for a reason, and it was God's possible organized destruction, so then you got out of it alive. So I don't really know if this is like an affirmation for somebody of like they want to know if leaving a relationship was worth it or not. I would say so. I mean, if your life is worth it, because like this person, whatever this person was capable of doing to you, was possible death. There's the Tower energy. So whoever you were wondering about actually did have the potential to kill you, okay, or hurt you really, really bad because of this. When people can't control this in their life, they go and kill collective. All right? They go and they hurt people. So suppressed emotions with accusations. Okay, so I kind of feel like whoever this person is that is on the table right now, I don't know if you have accused them of things, but whatever went down between the two of you that put them in jail, they have some things to say to you. I feel like it's possible that them even going to jail might have not even been necessary. Like, I feel like possibly somebody was falsely accused of something, or again, the poking of the bear situation, not exactly like all their fault, right? Like, you can blame them all you want, but like take responsibility for yourself as well in the equation of the devil. Like, you know, when people give themselves to the devil, it's not like you can sit there and say, well, I didn't do anything. Yeah, you did. You gave yourself to the devil. You know that you did. Don't act like you didn't, right? Like, even in the midst of like the cake that they're eating, they're still going to say, well, I didn't eat any cake. It's all over you. Yeah, you did. Okay. So it's possible that you're dealing with somebody that couldn't admit what they did to you, even though the evidence was all right there. Now this person is looking at shit. Okay. Like, it's not just, well, you did this to me and you poked me and you did this. They're like, yeah, you poked me, but I was also an asshole. And I was also infuriated. And I was also pumped up with steroids and fucking in a rage that day and angry about my bills and blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, you did something, but no, you're not at fault. Like, that's the thing is, there could be somebody coming back to say, like, listen, whatever you think was your fault really wasn't. Because in the end, or in the beginning, they could have put all the fault on you. That's the suppressed emotions with these maybe they accused you of doing everything. That could be these accusations. They accused you of making them turn into something. And yeah. The invitation, like, you invited them to do that. You said they could do that. It's like, you know, how can you have a total temper tantrum freak out and like not blame only blame everybody else, right? Like, you've got to take a little bit of responsibility for yourself. Like, either you were too hungry or you were tired, or, you know, like my sister was freaking out yesterday because she went 2 hours not having a fucking cigarette. And once she got her smoke, I was like, have you put the devil back into you yet? And she was like, yeah, that was pretty rough. And I was like, yeah, but she did it to herself. You know, she didn't eat enough. And then she was getting all like hypoglycemic and she didn't have a cigarette. And, you know, so she was getting all nicotined, you know, buzzed out, and she was turning into a bitch. And I was like, why this person now? Like, I didn't do anything for this. Like, chill out. Okay. The devil controls us in a lot of different ways. All right. Whether or not it's with cigarettes, with food. Okay. With your vehicle, with your kids, the devil controls you in very different ways. And that's why God is here, because if the devil exists, so does he. And if God exists, so does the devil. Okay, they kind of come hand in hand. They're kind of like, one's bad, one's good, right? So, and that's how this whole world is based off of. One thing is good, one thing is bad. It's the equilibrium of the world. Okay, so like whatever this is, I kind of feel like this person could have suppressed emotions about the things that they did. And now they are going to, from the looks of it, release that, because it's this kind of shit. If you have done things to people and you leave that sitting in you, that's the shit that eats you alive. Okay, it really does. You did things to people. You need to settle that score. You need to apologize. You need to say where you fucked up. You need to say where you did wrong, so then you can move on with it, right? It's not even really for your victims. It's for you, right? Acknowledging the truth, and where possibly somebody could have accused you of invading them and controlling them, when it's like, how can you sit there and point at somebody else for what you did? Like, right? If you have the gun in your hand and you shoot, you're the shooter. You can't say, oh, well, there was somebody in my ear telling me to do it, or, right? Anyway, I'm just saying in this analogy, right? Like, somebody's really like, okay, well, no, I did have the gun and I did shoot. I don't care if there was somebody in my ear telling me to do it. I'm the one with the trigger. I'm the one that can say yes or no, and I should have known better. Because that's the thing, is like, even when you're dealing with parents that don't want to admit they're wrong, the thing is that God's always going to get their ass, because they're the ones that should have made the better decision. They're the older ones. They're the ones that should have known better. Right? When you're dealing with people who should know better because they're not, I don't know, 10 years old, right? That's where you're like, kind of dealing with people that become a little entitled and shit, and just think that they can do whatever the fuck they want, right? So maybe this person is now, they don't want to hang in the rafters anymore, because they're willing to admit what they did. Maybe that's why they're in this kind of energy, because they feel like a loser. They feel like an asshole. They feel like, they blamed so many things on you when that was actually how they felt. So somebody could have put a lot of things onto you and made it your burden, instead of taking responsibility for themselves and how they feel. All right, people. I have no idea. We are going to end it at that 42:45. That's my day, people. I've had some kind of day. So I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for being here. I might come live later again, possibly into the evening after my evening, but I highly, highly doubt it. Spider on the bottom. So anyways, watch for me tomorrow or tonight. Hit that notification button so you know if I go live. Thank you for liking the video. All right, this is a little bit of a small one. Thank you very much. You too. All right, I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you, Danny, for moderating everything for us. All right. Yeah, make sure you guys send your telepathic questions in so I can get them, and Spirit can answer those questions when you're ready to receive the answers. All right, so peace out. Have a good one and take care. 6-6. Beautiful.